Welcome to JMC Live. I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. We are broadcasting in HD tonight. This will be our special 9/11 remembrance. A lot of stuff is going on in today for the last couple of days. And we've been following it online with the different churches, and it's more than one now. We have the Westboro Baptist who want to burn the Quran, and then we also have the church in Florida, Reverend Terry Jones. And the breaking news right now as of this moment, and it's kind of interesting that this just got posted, and I want to find it real quick. I just saw it come through the screen over here on my news feed. Is that Terry Jones, the pastor from Florida, is en route to New York. He suspended, his plan to burn Qurans, and I'm looking right now to see exactly what this all entails. This breaking news. MSNBC friend, pastor who planned Quran burning, flying to New York. I'm waiting for MSNBC to actually load for us real quickly here. And when it finally does, I'll read this article to you guys. Things are kind of slow tonight on the news feed. We had little problems with this other laptop we're using. But I think this will load timely. Associate of the pastor who once burned copies of the Quran is heading to New York on a Friday night, late night thing. It says K.A. Paul, Christian evangelist, runs ministry out of Houston. He bought tickets for Jones to fly out of Orlando and land around 10:15 p.m. in New York. Luke Jones declined to comment on his father's traveling plans. So we know that the Imam is supposedly supposed to be in New York. Originally, the Imam said that he was not going to stop making the New York mosque. This pastor says that he believes that Muslims are just completely evil and this stuff needs to be burned. We know that Nazis and other radical people burned religious, spiritual, and other strange different people beliefs. It did not matter. If you did not conform to their beliefs, you were against. Right now, even our own military in 2009, May 22nd, in Afghanistan, missionaries sent Bibles to Afghanistan. The military, United States military, confiscated the Bibles, and they set them on fire. Nobody really cared about Christian Bibles being burned. And I don't know any Christians that went around trying to cause any problems. And also, breaking news, South Africa, Johannesburg, and I'll have to share this with you guys. South African court stops Muslim from burning the Bible. Attorney Zahir Omar said Judge Sita Colby granted an interdict to stop businessman Mohammed Wada from going ahead and burning the Bible in protest against a now suspended plan by the United States pastor to burn the Muslim holy book Quran. Says the judge agreed that freedom of expression is not unlimited if one exercises freedom of expression that is harmful to others. Now, with this being the 24 hours, 12 hours actually, almost to the minute, we got, according to my clock, 2 minutes till 9/11, 12 hours from ground zero time. And when we finally hit, and I don't know if Miranda's going to actually post about what's going on right now.
Yeah, I already have.
We'll post that we're online, let more people in. I remember the day very, very clearly in my mind. 9/11, that is. 9/11, I was in the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army was very kind to me. I remembered very, very clearly how people didn't know what to do. We had a small little TV in my office because I was in the phone room. And the next thing I know is that I see the one plane go through, and then we see the second. And the Salvation Army, what we did, we started scrambling to get things together to move forward in a direction that can cover. We're sending missionaries and different people, because this was a big hub in Houston. So we're trying to find who could go and who couldn't go. Some of the residents were actually from New York. A girl that I knew, her father was in the building, and he was not harmed. He got out. So a lot of stuff happened, and it really woke up the American people, and it woke up the world that.
Can I share my
there
experience?
There are people out there that don't have a care for anyone else, and it was crazy because the next thing we know, the donations started to increase. The phones, we were doing extra hours, 12, 16 hours on the phones. People united. You saw the flags being put on the cars. They were in the buildings. Sermons, Christian and even some of the other religious sermons were more patriotic. There were more commercials about freedom isn't free.
Well, the churches were completely full.
A lot of churches were pretty full.
They were full.
The veterans organizations were getting, the help. Our country was revived based on what I personally saw, even though how horrific it is. And now we fast forward 2010. 12 hours from 9/11. It is officially 9/11. 12 hours till the time. And do you know, what if this is 12 hours until something like that happens? What are you doing? Have you told the person in your life that you care about, that you love? Have you told your children? Have you told your family? Have you told your friends? Have you done the things in life that are meaningful?
What if it's 12 hours till Jesus comes back?
And that's another thing.
That's the thing that was really going through my mind.
3,000 people were at the decision moment, as I call it, at 9/11. 1 minute less than 12 hours from now. And depending on how they lived their life and if they made a decision for Christ, they went to heaven or they went to hell. And that's a real big thing to try and grasp. We now have these laws based on while I was in the military. And I'm going to allow Miranda probably to share the next segment, her whole story, because it could take up a whole 10 minutes too. That's what I'll do. And then we're going to go to another segment on some other things as well. But to finish up, while I was in the Coast Guard, I saw laws and regulations, Patriot Acts, and different things change and move beyond where we were and how we were and what we thought was normal, what we thought was acceptable, and how people can move beyond their circumstances. But still, at the same time, these laws were infiltrating areas of our life because of fear. Guantanamo Bay was open, and in fact, when I was at boot camp, and then when I went to Operation Specialist School, my final for Operation Specialist School was to drive a boat from Florida into Cuba, into Guantanamo Bay, out all the way down the south coast and back, and chart it on a map, and stay on a line, and set and drift, is what it was called. So when we come back from the break, we're going to actually allow Miranda, and I don't know if she wants to get on camera to do this. It'd probably be better if she can at least, say hi. When we come back, Miranda's going to share about her personal experience with 9/11, what was going on that week, what was going on the following months, and the last few years. We'll be right back.